Good morning, YouTube. So, I was inspired to do this little video this morning. This is a topic that I have talked about actually quite a bit, but I do want to talk about it again because I really feel like it is key. So, I didn't sleep really great last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was having trouble falling back to sleep. And I don't know, some of you may know that I have some of you have been following me for a while, may know that I have had insomnia in the past. So I really kind of have this phobia about having insomnia. So when I don't sleep, it's like I have to really settle myself. Um, but but so I wake up and I got some stuff going on in like some things that are some wheels turning in my life, and so I wake up and I'm I'm thinking about some things, and I'm sitting and I'm doing my morning routine, and then my mind is just going down these rabbit holes. It's just going down these rabbit holes of like all of these what if this, what if that, what about this, what, like looking at all these options, like option A, option B, option C, option D, um, and it's just left unchecked. The unchecked mind is into all kinds of mischief. And so I had to bring myself back and 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 regroup and stop that line of thinking. Actually, it's so funny. I'm looking at it right now. So I had shared like this idea that I had, um, like a visual for when I do this, because sometimes it's like it's even more than what's happening today. Like something will happen, I'll have this scenario in my life, and my brain will just latch onto it for all it's worth. And then I am, it's like so hard. It's like getting into this, they call it like getting into a groove. Like you can get into a groove in a positive way and you can get into a groove in a negative way. And so it's like, how do I put myself out of this groove? So I made myself this little sign that says trust. Um, I wanted to, I had thought about putting like stop or something, but I in the past I had actually thought this is really silly, but I thought about putting like the picture of the person that I didn't want to think about and putting like a line through it. And holding it up. No, don't think about this person. But anyway, but instead I decided to do trust. So instead of us focusing on the the scenarios, the rabbit hole, the anything can happen isms, focusing on trusting in God, source, whatever you want to call it. But I wanted to go a little bit further with this. So I've had some like really amazing things happening recently in my life. And I don't know, see, here's the thing. A lot of people don't appreciate these things. A lot of people don't appreciate, even when I tell them these things, oh, that's a coincidence. Oh yeah, that happened. I mean, they just so poo poo these things. And, and I used to too, but I don't anymore. Because I realized at some point that this is how the universe, God, like this is how our life really is. Our life is really happening for us, not to us. It's happening for us. And so all these little things are going on. So yesterday I got a piece of mail that had gone to an old address, and and about a sum of money for grocery money. Like kind of out of nowhere, I was like, yeah, I have a balance. Um, anyway, to like to have access to these groceries, which is like really cool. And then and then in the last couple of days, okay, so when the quarantine started happening and all the this stuff with the virus, what I noticed was that the weirdest thing happened at Sprouts. Like all the makeup was like gone. So I couldn't tell, like, did women just come and just like take all the makeup or what? Like all the makeup was gone. But anyway, so and money had been tight and everything, and so for months and months I had been wanting to buy because usually I find a product that I really like and I stay with it. And and the other day I went to Sprouts and I couldn't believe it. So this my makeup is normally like $27. It's this little BB Fusion, Mineral Fusion uh, makeup, and it was on sale. It was $21 off. I was able to buy this for like $7, $8. Isn't that like unbelievable? And then I get like this sum of money, like it's like $300, like just out of the blue. I've got a lot of really amazing things going on. So what I'm trying to say is think on these things. Think on the BB cream. Think on the positive, on the things that are working out. And when these little patterns happen, don't just like whisk them away like, oh well, that was nothing, because it's not nothing. I had always, to one point or another, knew because I believed when it was said that Jesus said, "Ask and it is given." I believed that, and I also knew that it was there, but I couldn't see it. I knew that on some conceptual level, but I wasn't really living in it. And at some point, I did. I went to the universe and I said, if you're there, then show me something strawberry. Show me something strawberry, something that I can't argue with, something that today the theme is going to be strawberries. And the day went, and then like very, very late in the day, I think it was probably around like 8 o'clock in the evening, I got a WhatsApp message from one of my best friends who lives in California, and she was making this huge pot of strawberry jam, and she sent me a picture. And that's when it kind of all started, and it never went away. All of these synchronicities, all of these things that happen in my life and in our lives, it's just that we're not paying attention, or we're finding out reasons for why it's not real instead of why it is real. Anyway, so today is the trust challenge. To trust and to pay attention to our thoughts, because our thoughts indeed do create our reality. And so paying attention and focusing on the things that are going well. Anyway, I will be back with other topics. Love you guys.